the Chicago Sky, Indiana Fever rivalry heats up, goes to the next level. It is going to be the bee's knees, the cat's meow, the real McCoy, groovy, far out. It is going to be absolutely swell. Yes, you heard me correctly. Angel Reese has moved on to Stripperville. She is down in Atlanta. And now the Fever Chicago Sky rivalry is about to be lit. It will slap, as the kids say, chef's kiss. Bussin', no cap, folks. Absolutely going to be unbelievable. Why? Why is that? Why is that, you ask? Well, you can probably see right here, but it is not just this. But those who don't know, Dijonai Carrington, 2024 Most Improved Player, first team All Defensive pick, joins the Chicago Sky. Yes, that's right. She heads to the Chicago Sky, where they already have Skylar Diggins. They have Rakia Jackson. They have Courtney Vandersloot, who also just signed. They have Camila Cardoso. They have Azora Stevens. What the heck just happened? They got rid of Angel Reese, and people everybody's like, oh, the Chicago Sky is so bad, so stupid. Owner doesn't know. GM doesn't know. Atlanta fleeced them. Now they have picks 3, 4, and 5 from the 2024 draft. They've got the 2024 Most Improved Player and First Team All Defensive pick. They've got Courtney Vandersloot back for some veteran leadership with those younger guns. They have Haley Van Lith as another guard. Chicago Sky went from trash organization to winning the off season. This is what is going to make the rivalry lit more so than Angel Reese, because one, we got a little bit of competition going on. This is a real team the Chicago Sky have put together. But we also have a lot of this, because it is not just Dijonai Mustard Carrington. It is, of course, Lil Jacy Sheldon as well. We've got some clips. Now, this isn't them getting into it, but yeah, that's right. Go down, flop. Hopefully you can all see this, because sometimes this stuff, I always have to say that in case. But to get into more of the other things, I think among the other things, well, before even this, we had Dijonai, I think was it the first game with UConn where she fouled Caitlin and did the silly, I'm having a seizure nonsense. And then of course we had this where those, look at, let me turn my fingers down, completely unnatural. And I'm going to go right after Caitlin Clark's eye. And I'm going to actually form a little beak right there. I'm going to form a little beak and dig into that eye. That is what Dijonai Carrington was doing. And then, of course, she got asked about it, and the league tried to get the reporter, Christine Brennan, fired simply for asking the question. But we all know it wasn't just that. This is just a heated rivalry going back to college when Jacy Sheldon is involved. These two, Caitlin does not like her. She gets yapped all the time, pushes her away. Marina gets in. By the way, I'm gonna shout out Lexi. What do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4 Connecticut Suns. Just as a reminder about the re-signing of Lexi Hull. Now, it's little, right? This didn't turn into a brawl. She's not fighting, but you've got 4 players surrounding Caitlin Clark, and Lexi says, yeah, you know what? We're not going to have that. Of course, she goes after the biggest, I want to, now I'm not going to, I wanted to use some words I don't like to use on the channel, but Marina Mabry fits them. Because look at this. This one's obviously smaller than that blindsided hit from behind that would have gotten her 15 yards and a personal foul penalty in the NFL. But just this, whoop, I don't like doing sound too, because they don't like when we do that. But just this little extra, push her away, right? She's always doing that. The hit from behind, Caitlin wasn't looking. The shove from behind, Caitlin wasn't looking. Marina Mabry is a coward. Cowards are dirty players, and they have no place in the game. But here, Lexi Hull's going to step to her and say, no, we're not having it. You're not doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's a referee behind Peters, so, and not the fifth player. But Lexi said, no, 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 we're gonna stop that right now. And then, of course, we all know about this. This is the clip after, but there's Marina Mabry again behind. Now, what started all that was Jacy Sheldon. Oh, oh man, sorry about that. I'm glad I caught it quick enough. Oh, I hate this having to hit the share tab thing. I can't just go one to the other. But anyway, so there we got the hit. Now, what started that all, which we may loop back to, is Jacy Sheldon doing a Dijonai Carrington and poking Caitlin Clark in the eye, and then following her as Caitlin walks away because she got hit in the eye. And then here comes Marina Mabry to slam her. So now you have Dijonai Carrington and you have Jacy Sheldon in the same backcourt on the Chicago Sky. That's right. The rivalry is still there. It is still happening. It is leveled up because there's even more intensity. I'll tell you what, I'd like to be in the Chicago Sky locker room to see who's doing a little brawling, to see who gets to be the player that guards Caitlin Clark. They're going to be throwing down. They're going to be throwing down. The fists are coming out between Jacy Sheldon and Dijonai Carrington. Who gets to guard Caitlin Clark? That is going to be the big question. And let's not forget, I did have it. I thought so. It's not even going to be just Caitlin Clark and the hatred that Jacy Sheldon and Dijonai Carrington have for her. But now Sophie Cunningham is a part of that as well, of course. Jacy Sheldon, I'm sure, being a competitor, and she is a competitor, she is not going to forget this. Like I said, she is one of those players that, man, if she is on the opposition, you absolutely hate her. You hate her in a sports fan sort of way, okay? But if she were to play on your team, then you're like, yeah, get me some of that. Get me some of that. But Sophie Cunningham dog walked her. I tell you what, I cannot believe that somebody's got to release the audio of what Sophie Cunningham's saying to Jacy Sheldon after Sheldon gets up and goes after her, and Sophie's like, take the book. She's like, no, listen to your mommy. Listen to your mommy. Listen to your mommy. Go sit in timeout. Go to timeout. Go to timeout. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. One more good look. Man, I hope you get to see this and I'll have to pull it down. But yeah, stay down. Stay down there. And one thing, last thing, it's kind of a separate from this, but I said this before. This is caused by Jacy Sheldon, right? She's going straight to the basket. She makes a left turn. She's the one that makes a left turn into Sophie Cunningham. See, you see that? That is purposeful. She's not worried about the basket. Watch this left turn. Boom, right into her stomach. Sophie says, no, 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 we're not having it. Anyway, let me know what you think. Chicago Sky getting a corner in the market on guards, by the way. I think that's 5 on the roster. Hallie Van Lith, Skylar Diggins, Courtney Vandersloot, who they also signed for my last video. Dijonai Carrington, Jacy Sheldon. Yeah, 5 guards. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Go have the day you deserve. Shout out to the 19. I'll talk to you all later.